We've talked before about the Medicaid program and the harsh rules for qualification. Completely new rules just went into effect August 1st, 2016. The first big changes in 10 years. Some of the changes were expected and some we never saw coming and are pretty disastrous. Here to discuss these changes is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
So tell us, why did Medicaid change all these rules in August?
Well, many years ago, Ohio decided to decouple Social Security, Disability, and Medicaid. The idea of making it a little bit harder to qualify for Medicaid. But what happened was they needed more caseworkers to handle all that extra paperwork and monitor the monthly medical expenses. So they decided to recouple that. And what's happened is by recoupling it did make it easier. First of all, it changed the rules a lot, and for some situations, it made the new Medicaid rules harsher than they are right now.
Oof, that sounds bad. So give us an example.
Well, let me use a house. Okay, so if you're a single person, you own a house, and all of a sudden you need to go to a long-term care facility, your house was exempted for 13 months, and you could qualify for Medicaid immediately, and then you had to put the house in the market, and then it was exempt for that entire period. Now, then when eventually the house was sold, then the proceeds would have to be used, you'd be disqualified at that point. Now, under the new rules, the house is no longer exempt from day one, so you can't qualify for Medicaid while you own the home.
Wow.
And if you can't sell the house that quickly, that could be a problem. So that's the new rule.
And if you don't have any money, and that's why you're on Medicaid, that's a huge problem. It sounds unfair, kind of even sounds counterintuitive. I mean, how can they force you or force an asset to be counted against you if you can't actually access the money? Is there some protection, though, available for the house yet?
Well, there's one special rule that if you sign in, a document saying you intend on returning to the home, then that home is exempt for life. Now, that may seem easy enough, but what happens if the person becomes incompetent before this happened? Who can sign for them, or after they sign the paper later on something happened, makes it clear they're never going to be able to come back to the home? So you've got those issues. And then if you do qualify for the exemption, even if you qualify, later on when you pass away, all the Medicaid that you've used is going to go against that house or any other asset you have, and the state's going to get all that back, so your family's not going to get anything anyway. So
it seems like they're giving you this big, perk, but it really doesn't make any difference. They're going to take it anyway, it seems like.
That's right.
Seems so unfair. What is there something we can do?
Well, there's no easy answer to this, but what you need to do is sit down with someone who specializes in this area, an elder law attorney, someone who knows this stuff, not just anybody. I know you do that. You do a lot of that. So you need to sit down with someone, figure out your plan in advance. Make sure you know what you're doing. All right.
We knew Medicaid was arbitrary and harsh, but these new rules just take the cake. You need to arm yourself with information and plan now for the future. For more information, call Mike. The number is next.
Call Solomon, Steiner and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, we've got lots more great information. In particular, we're going to focus on a unique exhibit that frames the civil rights movement through photos. Plus, a recent Medicaid lawsuit and Medicare lawsuit could affect millions, but in a good way, and we'll explain that. And where does your candidate stand on Social Security? Well, AARP asked, and we have the answers. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.